Who gon' pull up when it's time to slide? Yeah, me and my brother, we stick together, no other. We blowing up like a bubble and we took over, no other. Yeah.
Please be seated. Today is a painful point in our recognition of having lost a brilliant young man. If you are here today, it is because you knew Justyce or his family, or his time with us impacted your life, whether you knew him well or not. Today you join us at a place that was very special to Justyce. I welcome you all together and those joining via live stream to the farewell and celebration of the life of Justyce Taryn Potaka-Kumeroa. My name is Nikki Boys and I will be leading Justyce's service. I would like to thank Marta D and family for the opportunity to honour Justyce's life. Today, as we reflect on Justyce, as we hear the stories his family, friends and coaches will share with us, remember that it is okay to cry. It is okay to laugh. It is okay to be taken by the emotions that sweep over us. Take comfort that you are surrounded by family and friends. But remember also, you are somebody's friend and you are somebody's family. And they also need your comfort and support. And we are all struggling, even those who fight the tears until in private. Funeral services are a ceremonial part of the grieving process. It makes us come forward together, gives you the opportunity to support each other and show your love for Justyce and his family. And as a big part of grieving, meeting here today in the presence of Justyce's body and coffin, we are seriously confronted with a loss that we would never have been prepared for and will always struggle with. Embrace that confrontation you feel today, for it reminds us also of the impact our lives have on so many. We come together today in grief, in shock, but most of all it is love that brings us together and unites us. It is our love for Justyce that hurts us now that he has gone. It is with pain today that we pay for the privilege of having known and loved him. Each one of our lives is not a factor of our beginning or our end. Our lives are a factor of all that happens in between. That means we can't truly measure a life in months or years. Justyce was only 17 years. But during his time with us, it is the moments of spirit that really matter. Competition, friendship, passion, anger, sadness, and joy. That Justyce lived a full life while he was with us. I believe it is a more fitting way to look back on his life today. I believe there are so many of you here today because of his full life. He touched so many people. We feel pain, especially today, but we come together as family, as friends, as a community to remember the good, to share the stories of memories made with his family and friends, and to celebrate Justyce's life. Justyce was respectful, quiet, confident, and an observer. He was also many things to all of us here today. He was a son to Marty and Anthony and Michael. He was a brother, a grandson, a nephew, a friend, a teammate, an opponent. But no matter your relationship with Justyce, he was generous and kind. There is no one here that knows Justyce better than his mum, Ma. I would now like to tenderly welcome Ma forward to share with us.
To my son, I haven't really written much. What can you say as a mother of a son? There are no words for the pain that I feel today. I miss you, and I can't describe the emptiness. All I can say is I'm so proud of the man that you grew into. I'm proud of the friend that you are. I'm proud of the brother that you are. But most of all, I'm proud of the son that you are. I'll never let you go, Justy. I love you.
Thank you. There's a special bond between siblings. You may fight and get frustrated with each other, but most of all, they're like a friend and mentor that are always there for you and always loving. Manara and Chance, would you please come forward to share?
I remember the day you were born. I dreaded cheering Mum because I was the only child for 5 years, but it was also one of the happiest days of my life. You're the first to make me a big sister. Anyone who knows me knows mothers are my everything. My first ever best friend. The first person who gave me a black eye. And the list goes on. You were the first for a lot. Growing up, we went through everything together. You were and still are the best little and big brother to me and our siblings. The girls still run around home looking for you or asking about you, and my heart shatters for them. They're too little to understand. But I'll make sure they know their big brother. I'm so proud of you, my boy. You achieved so much in 17 years. It only hurts knowing you still had the rest of your life ahead of you. I always had a it is what it is mindset until you left. Because honestly, I'm never going to be able to accept this being just it is what it is situation. I promise we're going to be okay. It makes me a little happier knowing you're in a better place, watching over us and guiding us the right way. We miss you so much. Home will never be the same without you, and neither will anything else. Keep walking right beside us. I feel you everywhere I go, and every day that goes by, I know is a day closer to you. We love you so much, more than words could ever explain. Time to rest now, Juddy. Ball in paradise, and I'll see you when we meet again, and I can't wait for that day.
Thank you. Red wasn't Justice's favourite colour, to say it lightly, and that fact had the unfortunate conflict that red and white were the colours of his club, the Olympians, and the club was a big part of his life. I now invite Adrian Bartlett from the Olympians Basketball to come forward and share.
Afternoon, everyone. Firstly, once again, send our condolences to Justice's family and to the many friends and acquaintances at a very sad and tragic time. I'd also like to thank the family for allowing me the opportunity to speak today. No words can put together how we're feeling after Justice's sad passing, Christmas Eve. Words like empty, devastating, tragic, painful, heart-rending, the list could go on. It'll never explain or justify the hurt and pain we're all feeling, and the loss of such a beautiful young man taken far, far too soon. We were blessed to have Justice and his family join the Olympians Basketball Club as a young junior who rose through the ranks to not only be a quality player, coach, but a much admired, respected, well-loved Ockie's basketball family member. Justice and his family embraced our club as we embraced his family. Hence a very strong, unique bond was immediately formed. A young man who had such an infectious aura when he was present and was held in very high regard as a teammate, particularly in his A-grade team through our current successes. As the team photo showed, Justice was so proud of his teammates and the fact that he was a member of a very tight-knit team and their achievements they achieved together. Justice had attributes that made you want to be around him, and it was a better place when he was present.
And that team went down and played in a very tough division, beat. And I'll tell you this, he didn't have a great. If Justice isn't hitting threes, he's playing well. That's how he thought. So much other sport, but if he wasn't driving a three, he thought he wasn't playing well. And late in the grand final, Justin Mallard turns to him and says, no one can match up on you. You've got to get up there and produce. So Potaka checks in, bang, bang, back-to-back threes, and we all got medals. Thank you, Mr. Potaka. Here's one of them here. He just delivered like that all the time. You look at the trophies, every picture of him's carrying a trophy or a medal of some kind the kid could deliver on the court. We have So Justice also made the under-19. So I've got a few stories here I just want to share from other people to let you know it's just not me that loves him so much. Justice made the under-19s team this year, went down to Perth, another tough division. They go 4-0. Justice isn't playing well. Again, checks in, and this is how it's read by Rachel Henderson. Justice was very quiet with the biggest smile. One great memory was when he came on at BWA this year and hit a few clutch threes, winners, which changed the momentum and we won the game. The Justice touch, she calls it. And I thought that was beautiful. Then, one of his teammates, Harry Evans, shared a story. I'll have to read this because a couple of blokes in there and mates and words I don't normally say. I don't even think they're real words, Richie, but I'm going to say them anyway. Harry has this memory. The one memory that sticks out in my mind is the time when I first met Justice. It was a 40-degree day in summer. I walked in the stadium and seen this person I've never seen before umpiring in long pants and a school jumper. I'm thinking, how is this bloke doing this? I'm struggling in shorts and a shirt. But the most confusing part about it was he had a smile on his face the whole time. He then later came up to me after the game and introduced himself. And we talked about basketball like we had been mates for years. But that was just the type of person Justice was, kind and caring and also eager to learn and talk about the things he loved. He also, in the local comp, obviously playing for his beloved Olympians, There's a great rivalry right now at that age group, and it's Olympians v. Hawks. And Bob Gresham shares a story about one of his games where they were going out one of their bitter games, one of their bitter rivalries, and Bob says, I was playing against Justyce in the junior comp this season, and I was trash talking the whole game, and all was a laugh no matter what I was saying to him. Then he ended the game by sealing it with a layup in my face. Thank you for sharing that, Bob. He's always help out and do what he could. And you can see him coaching teams for Olympians, even teams that aren't his. He's coaching, he's out refereeing, he's doing all this stuff. And Jack Stone was coaching the under 8s. I don't even think it is Olympians. Jack, you with the Olympians? Them with the under 8s? The under 8 Olympians. So Stoney sees Justyce, says, mate, I got to step out for a minute. Can you look after these boys for me? Justyce, yeah, I'll look after them. So Jack steps out, takes care of the business, comes in a few minutes later. Justyce is going 1 on 8 and dunking on all of them. It was kids laughing and Justyce laughing and everything's going on. And Jack, thanks for sharing that story. I reckon that is Justyce summed up beautifully. One of his teachers shared this with us. Justyce always had a look out for others persona. If that was school, basketball, or walking around the stadium, he always put others first. In my first year of teaching, Justyce was in year 9 and a quirky kid with a cohort of friends. Justyce would come up to me every single day in the PE gym and ask, how are you, Liam? And I'd reply, it's Mr. Hunt or King here, mate. This would go on the entire year. He always showed tremendous manners towards me, teammates, staff, and coaches, which spoke to his amazing character and personality. This was rare for a year 9 boy to show. I could go on forever about moments with Justyce as a teacher, coach, and even teammate. But to keep it simple, he will always be remembered and forever missed by many. I can just picture Justyce, if you will, for a moment. If you look at that picture down there on the bottom, you know, and I just see in my mind, I just know he would have played for the Bucks. I can just see it, you know, and I can see him here pulling up. Can you picture it here? You know, down 3, 2 seconds left. Potaka, swish, ball goes through. He's running around and celebrating. You got Brett Giles over here. Oh, Potaka for 3! Bucks fans in the stands, let me hear you clap those hands. I can't hear you, Bucks fans in the stands, let me hear you clap those hands. You, Potaka. God, I love that kid. Can you just picture it though? You know it was happening. Dale Joseph says, the talent that kid has, he just doesn't understand the talent he has and what he can do with it. But he saw it, Coach Joseph saw it when he was out here every day, and then he can't make a training on the phone all the time. He didn't have the best excuses, mind you. Called me one time, oh, you know what I'm talking about, Lenny. I talk about flaky, man. Calls me up from Northampton, halfway through a training session to say, I'm gonna be a little late. I'm in Northampton. Anyway, that's just what Justyce did. I don't know where any of this came from. I'm sorry, it's not on the script here. But I gotta tell you, he would have played for the Bucks. He'll never hear the boomalaka, but my God, he would have played for us for sure. Last time I was with Justyce, I was sitting next to him on the bench during an under-19s BWA game this year. And he turns to me and we're sitting together. He's not getting a lot of court time. He's struggling. He's not playing well. And he turns to me and goes, Dan, I'm not playing well. I suck. And so I'm turned to him. I've got my motivation. I pulled my best motivational stuff out of my pocket and I'm going to give it to him. Justyce, he's not listening. You know why? He's not playing well, but he's saying this. You got this, Haz. You're good, mate. You're good. You're good, Dabo. You got it, Dabo. Oh, great D, Lou. Nice board, Tobe. I thought we were talking about you, Justyce. I had this ready to go. He doesn't care. He's upset that he's not playing well, but he can't listen to me long enough because he's worried about his teammates. That's who we're looking for in this program in the Midwest, is the Justyce Potakas of the world. Be like Justyce. When you find someone who can think of others when things aren't going your way, you know you have someone special. That sums up Justyce. Special. My default mechanism is always humor. I go to it with everything, all tragedies. Not this time. I haven't found anything to laugh about. But thinking of my friend Justyce certainly brings a smile to my face. I love you, Potaka.
Thank you, Dan. Memories can be triggered by many different things, whether it be hearing a song, smelling a familiar smell, hearing a voice, or looking at photographs. To transport us back, let's watch a photo tribute. As we watch the tribute, a memory, a funny story, or some words might bring forward some powerful memories and feelings of justice. After the tribute, we will have an opportunity for people to come forward to share.
Maybe it's the way you say my name. Maybe it's the way you play your game. But it's so good. I've never known anybody like you. But it's so good. I've never dreamed of nobody like you. And I've heard of a love that comes once in a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure that you are that love of mine. 'Cause I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you would be mine. And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile. That you are the one for me. 'Cause it gets so hard to breathe when you're looking at me. I've never felt so alive and free. When you're looking at me, I've never felt so happy. And I've heard of a love that comes once in a lifetime. And I'm pretty sure that you are that love of mine. 'Cause I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you would be mine. And I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile. Smile. To the wind you go, won't you let my darling know? Dandelion into the wind you go, won't you let my darling know that I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you would be mine. Oh, and I see forever in your eyes. I feel okay when I see you smile. Smile. Wishing on dandelions all of the time, praying to God that one day I'll
too late this morning, but I think I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Damn, my car still smells like marijuana. My mom is gonna kill me, gonna kill me. Traffic's backed up from corner to corner, so I guess I'll hit the highway. The highway. Shake away all the stress off my shoulders. Gonna have a good day. Because I'm 18 and I still live with my parents. Yeah, they're not like yours. Well, yours are more understanding. I've never fell in love. I save those feelings for you. So let's do all the stupid shit that young kids do. It's me. Yeah, I've made my mistakes, You were there when times were at their darkest, always showing me the way, lead the way. Your love seems to cut me deep, the sharpest. You'll always have a part of me, a part of me. Losing you has always been the hardest. I wish it were the old days, 'cause I was 18 and I still live with my parents. Yeah, they weren't like yours. Well, yours were more understanding. I never fell in love. I saved those feelings for you when we did all the stupid shit that young kids do. Just me. Just me, because I'm 18 and I still live with my parents. Yeah, they're not like yours. Well, yours are more understanding. I never fell in love. I saved those feelings for you. So let's do all the stupid shit that young kids do. It's me,
Beautiful memories. Is there anyone that would like to come forward to share with us? You're welcome to come forward now.
I suppose I should lean up here. Oh, yeah. God, I'll sit down there. Kia ora tātou. Well, there's a lot of people up here. Beautiful. I'm just going to read this kōrero out that I wrote for Justice and Chance the other day. And then I forgot that the tangi was today. So I read it out to our whānau last night at home. Okay. My life is but a dream, sweetheart, and for all your short life has meant to me, it is thump, thump, thump. It is hammer, hammer on my heartstrings. I gaze at your picture and I don't feel sadness. I just feel an anger so wild and so deep within myself, I can barely contain it. And 1,000 words spoken in love don't mean a bally thing. Right now, I see 2 little boys laughing and building industriously in their play area, sweeping with their manuka broom so that it was nice and clean, moving big rounds of tree stumps sawn from the surrounding trees for their whare. There's a bit of bossing going on around here. I look my window and I think of those days of 2 little boys who were given to me for a short time and who played at the whare of our tupuna not so long ago. But now it seems an age, and there is only me to think of those days, for time moves on so quickly and one is left bereft. And the hurt still goes on. It is never ending, and I cry, just thinking of them and leaving me to go with their mum. So happy they were. So happy they didn't even want to say goodbye. Only Justy, bye Nan. 2 treasured small words from my moko, Justy, bye Nan. I had to get an official to get Chance back to say goodbye to me before they boarded the plane. Now I look at your picture, 2 beautiful young men, so beauteous to see. The 2 who were the love of my life. When you left me, I was heartbroken, and now it is doubly so. Tall and handsome, my Justy. But now you're gone, my boy, and my heart is bursting with pain. My beautiful, gentle boy, my moko. Now I only have one. My little sweetheart, you will always be. So such is life, and you never know what life will deal to you. One can only ask the Lord to strengthen and keep you, for life is but a dream. But it's what you will make of it, which will be the future. For me, it is a treasured memory, and it will always be. Kia ora. Okay. You? Okay. Do you want this? Do I need this? I don't know. Okay. Wainga te kohu o te awa, ko te mana ki o te iwi kainga. Ri te hotu o te manawa, ki te rere arangi tike.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to come forward to share with us?
Kia ora koutou, everybody. Hi, darling. You might not know me, but I'm your Auntie Tiana. I'm your Papa Mike Kumeroa's older sister from back home. I just wanted to be here today to show my affection and support on behalf of my family, my brother Michael, Granddad Marty, all your aunties and uncles and your cousins back home. Pretty devastated. Seeing all the stories that have been shared over social media.
Book of explain what Paul is talking about here. He's saying, you know, right now we live in this world, there are many things we don't understand. You know, we've been talking at the house while we've been having services. And, you know, we talk, you know, was it God's will for justice to go? Or did God allow it? Or was it the enemy coming and trying to take him early? You know, some of these things we don't in part. There's things we don't understand in this life. What we understand, though, is that this is such an amazing world. The privilege of living in New Zealand for about 3.5 years, and you know, it was such a beautiful, such an amazing place. And one day, me and my wife we went for a drive. We were celebrating, I think, our honeymoon, and we went for a drive, and we drove out towards the ocean. And when we got there, we realised that the little town on the map was just a name and not actually a town, and there was no petrol. And so we ended up on this homestead trying to get some fuel, and we went and saw the farmer there. And, you know, I was talking to him, you know, whether he believed in God, and he said, you know, he didn't believe, but he said, but, you know, sometimes you look at this place and you think, yeah, there must be a God. You know, such a beautiful place. You know, the world we live in is such a beautiful place, but it's also a broken place, full of very difficult situations like this one. And we don't understand why we go through such hard times, but we know that we go through them. But the Bible says here that we see dimly, we only know in part, like looking not in like a mirror that we had today. In those days, a mirror was just a polished bit of brass, and you would look at yourself in that and you can sort of get an idea, but you can't see clearly. But there will be a time when we understand clearly why the things are the way they are. And so, until we it says, and now abide, or other version says, these three things remain. In other words, these three things have eternal significance. That is faith, hope, and love. These three, but the greatest of these is love. It says that faith, hope, and love, these things have eternal significance. Faith. Me, as a born-again Christian, my faith is in Jesus Christ. I know my Rere, her faith is his faith. I don't trust in myself. Me, and you know, I can be also a good person. I'm not a perfect person. And so I don't put my trust in my own goodness. I trust my faith in the goodness of Christ who died for my sins. Hope. I have hope for the future. We have hope for justice. You know, the Bible tells us in 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 13, it says, brethren, I do not want you to be ignorant, lest you mourn like those who have no hope. It says we don't mourn like those who have no hope. There are people who lose loved ones and they have no hope for the future But for me, I have hope. I know that one day I'll see Justice again. One day I'll be together with all my loved ones. I'll be together with I'll be together with my grandparents. I'll be together with Justice because I know that God has promised me. His love. The thing that has amazed me last couple of weeks is the love that people have shown. And it's tragic that it's in these circumstances that we show this love, but it's also been so very wonderful. I remember the first, I think it was Boxing Day or perhaps the day after, when Lenny and the guys had organised to meet around the tree. And, I couldn't believe there was like more than 300 people, I think, there at that tree to mourn and to show their support. And it's not just, it's Māori people, Kiwis, Pākehās, it's our First Nations people, it's young people, it's old people, it's older people and younger people, all coming together to show that love and support for the family. It says the greatest of these is love. I want to read from Luke chapter 16 and verse 9. It says, Luke chapter 16 verse 9. And it says, "And I say to you, make friends of yourself by unrighteous mammon, that when you fail, they may receive you into everlasting home." Again, we might not understand what that means. Basically, what it's saying is this: use your wealth in this life to make friends, to do good to others, to show love to one another, so that when we pass, you will be received into an everlasting home. And that's what I've seen, is that everyone talks about, Justice's smile, Justice's love, the love that he showed people. This is sort of particularly talking about money. He might not have had much money, but he gave them his time and attention and his kindness, his love. And because of that, so many people are gathered here today to show their love in return, which is such a wonderful thing. I look at people like my wife, who's always doing things for other people. I look at Lenny and Adrian and how they serve the young people in this place. And, I haven't seen, I don't see many people like that who are, just serve people. Just serve people with all their life. This is what the Bible tells us to do. To use our energy, our time, our effort to love one another so that we will be received in an eternal home. Another time in the scriptures, Jesus was asked, what is the greatest commandment? And he turns to the man and he says, a religious leader, he says, what do the scriptures say? And he turns and he replies and says, to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and to love your neighbour as yourself. And Jesus answered him and said, well, you're not far from the kingdom of God. And I would say to us, we're not far from the kingdom of God. Continue to show love for one another. Continue to show love for one another. And my encouragement would be to seek to know God. The last thing I want to say is, throughout this, as people have been speaking about Justice, you would think that Justice was the most extraordinary person in Geraldton. But the truth is, and please don't take this the wrong way, he wasn't. He was just an ordinary guy, an ordinary kid. A kid with a lot of talent for basketball, a kid with a lot of talent for football. A very kind, a very good kid, but he was just an ordinary kid. And the thing that I want to leave us with is I hope we understand how important each of us is. because each of us are just as important as Justice. We are all just as loved. You know, so many people are here today to have turned out to show their love and respect for Justice. But each of us are also just as valuable. So I hope that as we go home, we remember that, and that we understand how important each and every one of us are. Kia ora, rā ata.
Thank you, Matt. Following the service, the family invites you to join them at the Wanthella Bowling Club to continue sharing your memories. Today we have heard about Justyce as a son, brother, friend, basketball player, and about his belief in God. We have heard of his gentle, wise, and calm personality, his love for his family, and mentoring his brother. Justyce, we will never forget your laughter, humour, and fun. No words are adequate. Instead, we can harness our ability to feel and think and express in our own ways. And so, we're going to say our goodbyes to Justyce by listening to a special song and by feeling your own individual emotions. But we do say this, Justyce, thank you for the gift you have been to us and given us. May you rest in the comfort of the arms of God, knowing that you were loved and terribly missed. Family, followed by friends, are invited to come forward and place frangipani and rose petals on Justyce's coffin. Once you have said your farewells, we invite you to make a guard of honour for Justyce as he leaves the stadium one last time. If Justyce's passing has brought forward deep questions about life and powerful emotions, you aren't alone, and you aren't wrong to ask the questions, but I encourage you to reach out to those you feel comfortable to talk about these things, share, and support each other through your grief. And in going forward from here today, where it seems no good can be done, remember the passion and the spirit of Justyce, and take those qualities with you and honour his loss by being the best people we can be. Thank you for your attendance today.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way, from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
first you both go out your way, and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. I would need a million words if I tried to define all the things you mean to me. For you I'd die 1,000 lives, special kind of energy, 'cause love is born when hearts collide. Every time you touch me, you remind me that I'm still alive. So promise you never change, and I'll always be the same. We'll be dancing the same groove when we're 92, the same as 17. And I'll never lie to you, just don't you hold back on me. I wanna love you as strong when we're 92, the same as 17. I don't really know what's right, but I could never call you wrong. I just wanna dance with you, floating over marble floors. You're something like an angel. You do something to my mind. I could see 1,000 years when I'm looking in your eyes. Promise you never change, and I'll always be the same. We'll be dancing the same groove when we're 92, the same as 17. And I'll never lie to you, just don't you hold back on me. I wanna love you as strong when we're 92, the same as 17. Just promise you never change, and I'll always be the same. We'll be dancing the same groove when we're 92, the same as 17. And I'll never lie to you, just don't you hold back on me. I wanna love you as strong when we're 92, the same as 17.
Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Heat waves been faking me out. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make you happier now. Woke up a little too late this morning, but I think I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Damn, my car still smells like marijuana. My mom is gonna kill me, gonna kill me. Traffic's backed up from corner to corner, so I guess I'll hit the highway. The highway, shake away all the stress off my shoulders. Gonna have a good day, because I'm 18 and I still live with my parents. Yeah, they're not like yours. Well, yours are more understanding. I've never fell in love. I save those feelings for you. So let's do all the stupid shit that young kids do. It's me. Yeah, I've made my mistakes, my mistakes. You were there when times were at their darkest, always showing me the way, lead the way. Your love seems to cut me deep, the sharpest. You'll always have a part of me, a part of me. Losing you has always been the hardest. I wish it were the old days, 'cause I was 18 and I still live with my parents. Yeah, they weren't like yours. Well, yours were more understanding. I never fell in love. I saved those feelings for you when we did all the stupid shit that young kids do. Just me and you. Just me and you. Let's do all the stupid shit that young kids do. It's me and you. You. Just me and you. Because I'm 18 and I still live with my parents. Yeah, they're not like yours. Well, yours are more understanding. I never fell in love. I save those feelings for you. So let's do all the stupid shit that young kids do. It's me and you. It's me and you. Just me and you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please line the basketball court. So if everyone can please make their way off the court and line the walls. Thank you.
That's smile.
So.